What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a look at some more Lorcana cards. Lorcana cards have been revealed. We got more Lorcana cards to talk about, and yeah, I'm still of the opinion that these cards are being, well, frankly revealed just far too slow for my liking. But they are still being revealed, and that makes me happy. We got 3 new cards we can have a little bit of a chat about today. And do bear in mind that when we're talking about these, we don't know the rules of the game yet. That is, that's pretty gosh darned important. We are missing some very important context, i.e. the rules. So, bear that in mind, I think is the right way to put this. When we know the rules, I will bring you the rules. Immediately. Like the day they're revealed. The day we know what the rules to this game are, I promise you there will be a video here where I go through them comprehensively, tell you everything you need to know. Until then, I'm afraid we're just going to have to, figure it out. Sorry. But there is still some stuff we can learn, and that's what we're doing in these videos, looking at these cards nice and early. We are basically going, right, well, here are what these cards do, and we can't say exactly how good they are or are not right now. What we can do is make assumptions about the game by looking at them, and I think that's pretty gosh darn cool. So let's start off with Lady Tremaine, the wicked stepmother. It is the wicked stepmother from Cinderella, if anybody has forgotten. There we go. Put very dramatically on DisneyPrincess.fandom.com, the main antagonist of Disney's 1950 film Cinderella and its 2 saga sequels. And then it refers to as the arch enemy of Cinderella, and I don't know, it all sounds very dramatic. What does she do? Well, we got a 6 cost and we've got a 1/5. Yeah. That one's pretty low, isn't it? But when you play this character, you may return an action card from your discard pile to your hand. And that is really the hook of Lady Tremaine here. And this is actually really good. Like, really good. Okay, when I say really good, you've got to bear in mind, as I told you at the beginning of the video, we don't yet know the rules, all right? That is actually really important. But what we can do is we can look at this and go, well, I've played a lot of other card games. I have spent a lot of time playing other card games. So I can look at what's happened in other games and I can make some kind of assessment on how good this is likely to be. And according to other games, Lady Tremaine seems pretty gosh darn good. Now, the 6 does put me off a little bit. That is not the cheapest card we've seen. But an action card goes straight from your discard pile to your hand. That seems pretty gosh darn good. I mean, we've seen Healing Glow in the past. That is the 1-cost card that removes 2 damage from a chosen character. So play Lady Tremaine, advance your board state, but then get Healing Glow back to do some, healing. That could be good. I think that's the only one we've seen, I'm trying to keep a folder up to date of all the cards that have so far been revealed. So as always, if I've forgotten one, please do let me know. As far as I'm aware, that's the only action card we've actually seen. Now, if we compare an action card to, say, an item card, so Magic Mirror is an item card that I like. That is the one where you tap it and pay 4 to draw a card, which I've suggested basically tells us that the draw in this card game is going to be terrible, because that is a lot just to draw a card. So, essentially, you've got your items. Those are you put them down and you can use them every turn. They're recurring things that give you benefits throughout the game. And then you've got your actions, which are your one-shot deals. We would expect actions to be, most of the time, a little bit cheaper. And they give you a little boost here and there, rather than sitting down and being, part of your strategy for the game. Getting one back, basically every turn. That's good, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty gosh darn good. Now, we've also gone and seen Goofy Daredevil. Now, this is a 5-cost, 3/4, and it's got evasive. And we've seen evasive before. Evasive is the one whereby you can only be attacked by evasive characters. And this is one that I've been waiting for, because I've had questions about evasive. And my questions about evasive are they all the same ink type? Now, as it stands at the moment, it is way too early to say for certain whether all the evasive cards are the same ink type. we're not there yet. But Mickey Mouse, Brave Little Tailor is evasive, and is this ink. Tigger is evasive, and is this ink. And Goofy is evasive, and is this ink. So I do kind of start thinking, well, hang on a second. Is this going to give them a rather large advantage? Sorry, I should actually say the ink here is ruby. That's the kind of ink we're looking at. And now look, I'm sure there's going to be evasive in other inks. There kind of has to, right? Because otherwise, if only ruby has evasive, then you can basically make an invincible ruby deck. And let's be perfectly clear, right? I'm telling you this right now. If only ruby has evasive, you will see me at Lorcana tournaments playing evasive ruby decks while I sit there, and unless I'm in a mirror match, all of my characters are, just completely immune. Yeah. Now, I know you can't. I think it's 2 kinds of ink in a deck. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it is 2. I believe it is 2. Yes, it is definitely 2. I've just double-checked. It is 2 inks per deck. So you can kind of play a different ink and splash in ruby. That is absolutely possible. But then you still run into the issue of people playing full-on ruby decks are going to have so much of an advantage with evasive because your characters can only be challenged basically by your opponent's techs. And I cannot be the only one that thinks that is suboptimal. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I've got my eye on this because so far we've seen evasive and we are 3 for 3 in ruby, and I cannot be the only one that thinks that's kind of interesting. Now, the last character that has gone and been revealed for the moment, and we're talking Dreamborn, sorry. We've looked at a villain, we've looked at a hero. Is Cheshire Cat a hero or a villain? It's a Storyborn. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Storyborn, not a Dreamborn. It is neither a hero nor a villain, but we've still got a character coming in here. Free cost, 0 free. So you've not got a huge amount of beef coming in here. And actually, Lady Tremaine was the other one that we saw had, a very low stat there. And she's the same kind of ink as well. So maybe we're starting to see some patterns in the type of ink. But what we've got here with Cheshire Cat is we have got ourselves lose something. When this character is challenged and banished, banish the challenging character. So, yeah, it's kind of weak in terms of being an attacker. You're not going to be really doing very much. However, you're not really going to get challenged. Also, it is worth pointing out, the wording specifically says, when this character is challenged. Not when this character takes part in a challenge. It doesn't say when this character challenges or is challenged. It specifically says is challenged, i.e. your opponent has to be the one starting the challenge, not you. And that is actually very, very, very important because that makes a huge difference. We've seen this we've seen it in a million card games over the years. I've been playing a lot of Battle Spirit Saga lately, and in Battle Spirit Saga we call this curse. You go down, I'm taking you with me. In Digimon, it's called retaliation. Same kind of thing. Although, like I say, even when you're comparing this to other card games, you've got to bear in mind, it is only when you are being attacked, not doing the attacking. One thing which I do think is very important to note here, this isn't a keyword skill. This is just a general, it's not general at all, that's the wrong word. It's a specific skill on Cheshire Cat. And I do think that's important. So as we look at Goofy, and evasive is a keyword skill that we're going to see on many characters over the years, and I do hope this game carries on for years, Cheshire Cat is very much a case of this is its skill, it is not a keyword skill. That doesn't mean that other characters can't have it in the future, but it absolutely does mean that it is something that is going to be rare. Other characters may well have similar or even the same skills, but it's not going to be a pervasive thing like if it were a keyword skill. And I like this. I like this a lot. And that's what we've got, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the new cards. That's what we can learn. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these cards. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Tell me how hyped you are for Lorcana. I, for one, am very hyped. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Lorcana and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.